guys got out to a hot start and never really seemed to let off the throttle until you got the second teamers out there.
I liked the way our starters set the tone. Our pace was good early, which is always good to see. And then the guys that came off the bench gave us a lift. Toby Hegner came in, did some good things. Zach Hansen, Tyler Clement gave us a great lift. Isaiah Zierden always is solid. And then unlike when we played UMKC in our opener, when we had a big lead and I went to the second group, they lost the lead. Tonight they were able to keep it. So there's a lot of positives from tonight. Obviously we shot the ball well, and when you shoot the ball well, everything looks good.
How did you feel Zach and Justin played tonight?
Well, I think offensively they did some good things. Defensively, we kind of left him on an island against Clifford. He made some tough shots. Sometimes he got a little too deep, but once we got the lead, frankly, we were okay with him taking that tough two inside, and we came with a double team a little bit later. But he played well. He made some tough shots, and for me, it gives me some video to look at with these guys to show them, when they allowed the angle, if the catch was too deep, and things that they can do differently in the future. So we got to win, and they're going to learn a lot from it.
When you get rolling like that, and there was a time there, I think there was 2 or 3 possessions that come through. I mean, is it just something you're going to have to live with because they're so explosive when they get going like that?
When you're playing with pace, you're going to make a few more mistakes. That's the reality of the situation, and we want to play with pace. And as guys get tired, and I ask them to continue to play with pace, every once in a while they're going to make a mistake. And as long as we're shooting good shots and the mistakes that we're making aren't selfish type mistakes, I can live with some of them. And it's also November. We can clean some of them up like every team will. So we made a few more than I'd like to tonight, but we also had 25 assists, which is on 40 field goals. So we're doing a good job moving the ball, making that extra pass.
You mentioned Toby. Position, there's a lot of competition at the position, a lot for guys struggling for playing time. Just talk a little bit about him and what he's meant and his the experiences he's gone through. It would have been easy for a guy to maybe get down, and he hasn't. He's kept working.
Well, the challenge with that position now is to make sure nobody does that. I had a talk with Ronnie on the bench to make sure that doesn't happen with him. I think it's going to be a situation on what's the best matchup on that particular game. Is it Toby? Is it Ronnie? And you could argue as we go with Zach and Martine, the same thing. We've got some depth over there that we can use guys in different situations. So they all have to stay positive. They all have to stay hungry, stay engaged in practice. And Toby's we use him on the scout team because he's smart enough, high enough basketball IQ. He can run their stuff, and while he's running the stuff, he can watch what we're doing defensively and know what to do because he's been around, he's done it, he's a fourth-year player. So, I can't say enough about our bench to have the luxury of bringing, Zach and Z and Toby off the bench, guys that have played as much basketball as they have for us, and they've accepted that role in the right way has been huge for us.
You got it going in the first half tonight, but the first game before you, there was a team in the second half that showed what they can do when they get out in the open court. Obviously, that concerns you about North Carolina State.
I haven't studied them a lot. Obviously, they're big and physical. Their guards are big. They're great on the offensive glass, and everybody's a threat off the dribble. And it'll be a challenge. We have to put a plan together that we think will give us a chance to win and go out and execute. But we want to do what we do. We want to get the pace going. We want to get the thing going up and down. We want to attack the rim first, and then three-point shots second. And I thought we did a pretty good job of getting into the paint and spraying for those three-point shots tonight. We'll look for that again Sunday.
Thanks, Coach.